Alright, quick tour through the three pillars of the medieval world. Western Rome, Eastern Rome, the Umayyads, and how each balanced religion, state, and economy. First stop, Western Roman Catholic Europe. Picture a map shattered into tiny lordships. That's feudalism. Economy? Mostly land-based. Villages were closed systems where life revolved around fields and seasons. By the 10th century, game changers hit. Heavy plows, three-field rotation mills. Quiet tech, big impact. Who ran the schools? The church. Monasteries copied books, taught Latin-guarded knowledge. Thinking was scholastic, argue everything within religious bounds. That limited blue-sky science, but it honed logic and preserved a learning pipeline. Power? The Pope versus kings. Crowns needed church blessing, and churchmen needed king's swords. It was a constant tug-of-war that shaped identities, laws wars. Now flip east to the Byzantine Empire, Eastern Rome. Constantinople was a global hub, markets buzzing ships stacking harbors, the state keeping a firm hand on prices guilds trade. They imported silkworms, cracked China's monopoly, and spun silk into money. Their gold coin, the numisma, became the world's trust token for centuries. Science and tech? Elite. Think Hagia Sophia's impossible dome and secret military tech like Greek fire, a naval nightmare for enemies. They preserved Greek texts. Plato, Aristotle, Euclid, politics, and religion were fused. Caesaropapism. The emperor was the state's boss and the church's boss. Religion served unity. Dissent wasn't just heresy, it was treason. Slide south and east to the Umayyads, Islam's first great imperial sprint. They surged across trade arteries, the Silk Road, the spice routes, the Mediterranean lanes. They minted the Islamic dinar, standardizing money across a vast space and supercharging commerce. Irrigation boomed. New crops, new techniques, greener fields. People flocked to cities like Damascus, Kufa, Basra. Urban life accelerated. Their intellectual focus, foundations, transmission of religious knowledge, building bureaucracy, running posts and roads, statecraft at speed. And they lit the fuse for what the Abbasids later exploded into full-on science. Translation medicine, early chemistry, seeds planted, harvest coming. Leadership blended faith and politics. The Caliph as both spiritual and temporal head, an Arab-led elite organizing a multi-ethnic empire under Islam. So how do these three compare? Western Catholic Europe, local agriculture, slow-burn tech, church-steered learning, weak centralization. Byzantine East, trade-first economy, ironclad bureaucracy, architectural and legal excellence, emperor-centered church-state. Umayyads, conquest-powered trade, unified currency, irrigation and urban growth. Religious political fusion, pushing rapid integration. If I translated that into modern energy, Western Europe is the steady farmer innovating tools. Byzantium is the well-run corporate city-state. The Umayyads are the blitz-scaling startup locking down markets. Want me to zoom deeper into scientific translation networks, like how texts moved from Greek to Arabic to Latin? Or break down signature architecture like Hagia Sophia versus Damascus's Great Mosque? Drop your pick, translations or architecture, and I'll bring the receipts.